A reality TV star voluntarily walking into police custody in Miami isn't something you expect to wake up to. But that's exactly what happened when Lisa Hochstein made headlines. And suddenly, fans were left asking the same question. How did a messy divorce turn into a felony case? Because this doesn't feel like just another celebrity breakup story. Something much deeper seems to be unfolding behind the scenes. Lisa Hochstein turned herself in to Miami authorities, where she was booked on a felony charge tied to alleged intercepted communications. Even more shocking, the same case is reportedly connected to her ex-boyfriend Jody Glidden. Two names, one legal situation, and a story that immediately pulled in reality TV fans and gossip watchers alike. But what looks like a sudden arrest actually has roots buried much deeper in time. And that's where things start to get complicated. Her split from Lenny Hochstein after a 13-year marriage was already far from peaceful. What should have been a private separation turned into a very public storm, filled with emotional accusations, financial disputes, and constant media attention. Custody discussions, support battles, and personal tensions played out in headlines rather than behind closed doors. But even after all of that noise, things reportedly didn't settle. In fact, they may have escalated in ways fans never saw coming. Reports later claimed that intercepted communications involving Lenny Hochstein became the center of a legal investigation. Lisa and Jody were both named in official documents as co-defendants, with allegations tied to events dating back to 2023. Suddenly, what looked like personal drama turned into a structured legal case. But while the paperwork tells one version of events, not everyone agrees this belongs in a criminal courtroom. Lisa's legal team has pushed back strongly, arguing this is simply a continuation of a contentious divorce that has dragged on for years. They claim the situation is being misinterpreted and should not be treated as a criminal matter. Meanwhile, Jody Glidden has pleaded not guilty and is now demanding a jury trial, signaling that this fight is far from over. And as lawyers prepare their arguments, the public reaction is already exploding online. Fans of The Real Housewives of Miami are completely divided. Some are expressing shock and disappointment, while others believe the situation is being blown out of proportion. Social media threads are filled with debates, old clips from the show are resurfacing, and every past interaction is now being analyzed like evidence. But the more people dig, the more complicated the timeline becomes. Because Lisa and Jody's relationship didn't start in isolation. It reportedly began shortly after her separation from Lenny, and at the time, their connection was described publicly as supportive and strong. Interviews painted a picture of stability and emotional growth. But by early 2026, subtle shifts started appearing. Posts about new beginnings, changes in tone, and growing speculation that things behind the scenes were not as perfect as they seemed. Now, with legal pressure building and public curiosity growing, everything feels uncertain. The case is still developing, and no final outcome has been reached. Depending on how evidence unfolds, this could move toward trial or potentially settle out of court. But one thing is already clear. Lisa Hochstein's story is no longer just reality TV drama. It's become something far more serious, with real-world consequences hanging in the balance. And that leaves one final question hanging in the air. How did a reality TV breakup spiral into a felony case that no one saw coming?